Right, so I had something scheduled for, I had a different session scheduled, but I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't even find it on my phone. So I'm gonna be just doing it here. Welcome everybody. All right, so let me try to, hopefully we can get our people that were waiting on the last live to hop on. So wait and see what happens here. Hey Casey, Rita, I thought I lost you. You guys were in the other session, and then I wasn't able to open it up. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I did set up on my computer. Typically, when I set up on my computer, I have to launch it from the computer. I completely forgot about that. I haven't found a workaround, so I had to make a new live session. So hopefully someone can get a hold of Yulene, because I know Yulene was in that chat. I don't know if you guys were kicked or what happened. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. All right. Well, waiting for a few more people to jump on. I was eating some cheese and downing the Celsius so I can be up all night again. Oh, Mandy's in there. Actually, I'm gonna run upstairs. I'm gonna turn off the other one, and then I'll be back on. So, this is the chat you want to be in. Make sure everybody knows that. This is the one that you want to be in. All right, I'm back. I terminated the other live stream and deleted it, so hopefully everybody's going to be coming over here now. Filiberto's run. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Did we get everybody? So hopefully Yulene gets the message, because I think she was sitting in the other chat, but I saw that Mandy went and told everybody to come over here to this one. Because this one's the one we're going to be making the rings. The other one, you're just going to be sitting there forever. I'm trying to get my appetite filled while we're waiting. Cheese. So, because once I start ring making, I'm not going to be going in for any more snacks. So I'm trying to just make sure I'm ready. There we go. Hey, if you guys want healthy options, Trinity's the man to go to. So he says. Of course, you got to down it all with Celsius, so that way I'm wired and I'll be here all night. Don't worry, I'm staying hydrated, so I got water too. So let's go. All right, and then there's flies in the shop, which I'm not happy about. Hopefully they're flies, not mosquitoes, because it's going to be a very short live session if they're mosquitoes. Duo mosquitoes. But I got my fan going, so as long as the fan's going pointing my body, they're not going to come anywhere near me. I'm like, nope, it's a strong current. Pepe, you had barbecue ribs? I'm jealous, man. That's good though, good for you. Were you celebrating something, or you just went out, you were just like, it's Saturday, I'm gonna go out and eat? They do. They sound really good. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Stupid fly keeps trying to come near me. Oh, come on, land, motherfucker. I will hurt you. All right, so we got like 8 people here. Does anybody have any ring requests that they'd like to place? Any ring orders that they'd like to place tonight? We're doing something a little bit different. I'm actually offering custom rings during the live sessions. It's $65, includes shipping. So we'll ship it to you. You tell us what kind of what you want in your ring. You know what you want, what kind of inlay you want. We'll make it here live for you guys, so that way you can see it live, and then we literally package and ship it, and I'll take it to the post office after a live stream, which is just right down the street from me. So that's usually how I'm going to be starting these live sessions. Is I'm going to see if anybody has any requests for a custom ring, and that's literally like on the website it's $250. I mean, that's more like kind of like the price and worth my time, you know, things like that. This is heavily discounted, just because you guys are my YouTube core group. So, but you can put in a request anytime. I'm just gonna be making rings as I go, not in any particular order. So, but if you'd like to put in a request, you can, and I'll just require payment prior to, or to actually making the ring. So, stupid fly, get out of here. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna go grab a ring blank, and then we're gonna get started. I was working on these beach rings earlier today. If you guys, I was live earlier today, but I made these really cool beach rings. I put these together. Just had different opals. I really like the way the sand looks, so I'm gonna keep that going today. And I got some. Let me see here. So this one I did first, which I really liked. It has like a purple and red, or like an orange opal to it. So I was like, why am I only seeing my and one other person chatting? Oh, I don't know. That's kind of strange. You're in the mountains. Well, I mean, so you're watching the session and you were in the mountains. Okay, interesting. And then so the other ring that I put together, these both have the beach stand, which I love. I love this one because this is like an evening sunset at the beach kind of ring. And then this one is more of a kind of like a daytime. You know, it's not. It's like Pacific Coast, the Pacific Coast ring, but like I added more green to it too. So that's why I wanted to do that one. Do I want to make Bobby's ring? I don't know what his rings are. Hey Bryce, how's it going? No, I mean I don't want to. I kind of just want to do my own thing until he texted me. No, I don't want to tonight. I don't want to do work. I want to just have fun and make rings. Alright, let's see here. I am going to grab oh, here we go. That one's pretty oval. Like another galaxy. We'll do meteorite shavings. Black. Maybe black. Alright, here's an interesting combination, guys. Check this out. So I got these gray opals here. And I got some black here. So, but I could probably get by with just using meteorite shavings and this gray opal for the look that I'm going for. Because I'm thinking I want kind of like almost like a moon theme to it, like the moon, walking on the moon or whatever. Get out of here, fly! Jeez, it's already gonna be a bad night. I can tell. Oh, gosh, worse than Kylo. Oh, I forgot to grab ring blank. Hang on, let me go grab that ring blank. Go on, I hope you can land on my table. See what happens. F around and find out, fly. F around and find out. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So I might try, because I kind of want to add some color to it too. I hope Tommy's doing okay. He wasn't at the live this morning. He did come to the one that was this evening though, or I'm sorry, he did go to the last night's. Come on. Try it again. See what happens. It's like Tom and Jerry. David and Fly. That's what we're going to call it. It's like the fly from Breaking Bad. Yeah, he'll know to stay away if he knows what's good for him. The fly, not Tommy. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to lay a baseline, or my base inlay right now. I'm using just a thin CA glue. I use Starbond as the brand, and then I for this ring, I'm just going to use a little bit of these meteorite shavings that we put together. I mean, meteorite's literally just iron and a bunch of metals. But it's a cool material to work with. I really like working. It's one of my favorites. A ton of my designs have meteorite shavings in them. Triple L, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Oh, he's back. He wants some more. All right, round two. Hang on, guys. Let's go. Statistically, I should have hit him by now, but I keep missing. Oh, I'm making a fly ring after I take this guy down. He's really annoying me. It's like, I volunteer as tribute. Well, then hold still if you volunteer. I mean, if he's so infatuated with my light, I'm just gonna open it up, and then he can just come. He can just go in there, and when he goes in there, I'll trap him. It's like a light fly trap, like a Venus fly trap, but a light fly trap. Here, okay. See, there he is. He's right there. You guys see him? So I made a little opening right there. I'm hoping that he goes in there, and then I'm going to seal it up and leave him in there. Where are you? Come on. I call this my lazy fly trap. Come on, where are you? I've already tried to swat at him like 16 times and I've missed every single time. That was a terrible swat. It's like sideways. I think I got him. Did I get him? Did you guys see where he went? Ah, I woke up my son. All right, I'll be back. I gotta go. Oh, actually, let's see if he actually wakes up. Stupid fly. All right. Okay, I think my son heard me trying to attack this fly. I think I got him. I don't see his filthy corpse anywhere, but I think I got him. He's not flying around anymore. If he comes back, oh, it's on. It'll be Rocky 3 or Top Gun 2. You guys are like, what the hell is he doing? I don't even know what's happening half the time. Come on. But you guys are here to see rings, not insects get killed. So let's make some rings. See, now I'm freaking out because every little itch, I think it's that stupid fly, like he's back from the dead or something. I mean, you guys think that Justin had a problem with the coyote? Man, I got problems with flies, so. You don't want any wings coming out of that ring? It'd be a zombie fly. Actually a pretty cool combination with the gray and the black. I don't think I'll add the, I don't know. Would you guys like me to add the purple to this ring? I mean, this isn't for anybody. I'm just saying that it's just, I'm just ring making just for funsies or whatever. You know, this is my job, so let me, I'm gonna finish up my, yeah, I think I got him. That'll teach him. Teach all your friends to stay away from me when I'm working in the shop. So do you want me to add the purple and the gray? So like it'll be purple, gray, and black. All right. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Here we go. So adding a little bit of purple. Purple dress. Very purpley today. You guys know what movie that's from. I quote the same movie every single night. You guys know. If you know, you know. Now everybody was here. I think that it might have cut off when I went to go check my email, but everybody came. I mean, I didn't have to reshoot the channel, like it came back on like right away, so I'm not sure what happened. Or I'm sorry, the live stream of the channel. All right, there we go. Isn't that a song, Purple Rain, or a movie? Can't trick me. It's a book, right? It's at least a book. I remember the book from high school. I mean, we didn't read it, but I remember seeing it on the shelf. You know, you see it on the library, on the shelf. I'm like, Purple Rain? What is Purple Rain? It's at least a book. Oh, it's a song and movie. I was way off. That was adapted into a book. Okay. Oh, Trinity, that Celsius is kicking in now. That coffee, that healthy coffee. Well, I mean, it's healthier than Monster. I don't know if it's actually healthy, but we got some Health Nut friends. They're the ones who recommended Celsius. I mean, I guess there's worse things out there you can put in your body. Estinson asks, have you been making rings all day? I wouldn't say all day. I did live stream earlier this morning for, I want to say it's probably about 2.5 hours. And I just jumped back on this evening after I put my son down for a nap. But I'll probably go on for a while until I get tired. Granted, he doesn't wake up. I have the baby monitor here with me. I mean, last night I live streamed last night for about, what, 5.5 hours? So. I mean, I made I think even earlier this morning, I probably made about 4 or 5 rings. And they were interesting too, like interesting combinations. They looked really good. At least I think so. Yeah, I think Mr. Fly is dead, so he hasn't came back. So that'll teach him. Don't mess with this ring maker. You get castrated and turned into a ring. Oh man, that's disgusting. Nobody would follow my channel if I actually did that. That'd be disturbing, to say the least. Everybody has a personality. You don't have to. I mean, like before I started live streaming, I was actually very shy about it and very nervous. So I put it aside a lot, and I even did the whole Twitch thing, Twitch live stream, and that was hard because I didn't really have a following, but I can't really explain it. Like I ended up getting my core group. We got about 14 people in my core group. That's what I call them. And they're the ones who are always waiting for me to go live, things like that. It just, it takes time. But sometimes, you just have to do it. You got to get out of your comfort zone, even if you think you don't have a personality. I mean, everybody has a personality. Unless you're a rock, So, and it just, it's something it's just one of those things, if you do, as you do it more and more often, it's something you'll get used to doing. So I don't want you to think that, it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Especially if you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow it. The watch time from having a YouTube channel and live streaming is going to help if you're headed towards, if one of your goals is monetization for YouTube. So I invite you to just try it. Even if it's just for an hour or something. Just get on there, make a ring, pretend like no one's watching. Eventually you'll have people who come in. I don't know what your channel is about. Sorry, I just assumed it was ring making because you asked me about making rings. But whatever it is that your channel is, just get on there and pretend like nobody's watching, and do what you do, and then the rest will take care of itself. People will come on, they'll ask questions, and and then you'll start to establish your core group. And yeah, you'll get some weird people who come in there and try to troll your channel or whatever. There's those little dots on the side of their names that you can just hit remove from channel or block from channel, and then you'll never have to worry about them again. So, but yeah, I mean, you should try it. It won't hurt. You're not hurting anything, so. The important thing, my advice to you is when, not if you go live, is try to keep everything organized. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, all right, we're live, we're gonna make a ring. Where's my lathe? Where's my glue? Where's my rings? Where's the inlays I was planning to use? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm streaming from my phone right now. So I just got a holder, just a little arm. Here, let me show you, actually. So I got this little device here. I don't remember how much. I think it's like 10. Probably it's relatively cheap on Amazon. But hey, it does the job. And I got another one for my tablet too. Oh, got a little deep. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about too. I was right there with Stinson. Like, what are you talking about? It's all good. I don't know. We're a strange group here. Sometimes we can be. So, but you know what? It's just a part of being yourself. Eventually, I mean. Especially last night, there were some odd things being said, and then I'm sure people dropped off because of it, but whatever, I don't care. So, because I've got 14 other people who love my personality and they come to these live streams, so I'll take it. What do you do? Like, what are you trying to live stream? Is it ring making or is it something else? Stinson, when you get a chance, I'm just curious. Yeah, that fly's not coming back. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? And I'm willing to bet that people are gonna want to see that live too. And I don't know if your goals are to get monetized and get paid by YouTube, but if that is, I mean, you have to get your watch time hours. I don't know how many videos you have out in your channel, if any. But I feel personally, from my experience, because I do have long format videos, we have shorts as well. But the live streaming is what's been helping my channel grow as far as watch time. I already got the 1,000 subscribers that I need, but the watch time is what I'm lacking. And I don't know if you were in the Ring Crafters group I was on Facebook earlier. I don't know if you saw my post, and that's how you connected with me. I assume that's probably how it was. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm trying to get like that kind of audience watching my material, because I was just having like general targeted audience, so nobody really who I knew could just different personalities, like, and I don't feel I've been hitting the right personalities for my videos, so that's why I'm trying to target more artist type people too. Okay, yeah, or you can send to me a message too. That's totally fine. My name is David Lund. Or you can just comment on my post. I mean, obviously you saw my post, you know who I am. Comment on my post too. And also, you're welcome to send me a friend request. I have no problems connecting with a fellow ring maker, so I would actually enjoy that very much. All right, so yeah, I'd like to see your rings, your ore rings. I mean, I can't check it right now, but I will once I get a minute. So. Yeah, Rita's right. This is an awesome group. I'm pretty close with a lot of people here. We joke around a lot. We have our inside jokes. I've been making rings for 5 years now, and then we're doing well enough that we were able to bring in an employee. So Justin's my other ring maker, and then he typically works Monday through Friday. Okay, I just got your post or your response, so I'll check it out. And typically Justin works Monday through Friday, and then he does. He just focuses on my ring orders. Like he does the live streams also when I ask him to. So he'll be on here, and he's got his own personality too. Like, I mean, it kind of worked itself out because, you know, he loves acting. Like I mean, he played Aladdin in his school play. So, and he's a good guy. He's super blessed to have him on our team. So I'm trying to keep him as long as I can. But a good guy. He's got ambitions. He's got goals. So I'd rather have somebody leave my company than stay and not be happy. So, because when somebody leaves, you know, they're gonna tell 20, 30 different people, oh yeah, I work for Excalibur Rings. You know, and that's a great company to work for, and you know, so rather than having somebody who's miserable, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what, I was too. It takes a minute. I mean, it took years, but once you've established yourself, and like you're doing, once you've established yourself as a you know, as an artist and as a ring maker, and then like you kind of learn the industry, you know, where to go to sell your rings, you know, farmers market, conventions, things like that. I mean, it all goes back into your business, and it helps your business grow once you got a website up and running. You know, and then your YouTube channel and your Instagram, your social media, there's just so much work. It's business, you know? And even when I went into ring making, I knew what I was getting myself into, was that it's going to be a business, it's going to get expensive, it's going to get frustrating, it's going to be exciting. You know, that's just the joys of, you know, running something that I've actually grown to love very, very much, you know? So, this is my... you know, this is literally my life now. So, went from doing the full-time job into doing this. Now I do this full-time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, you know, they couldn't pay me enough to go back to my old job. And if you ever need any, if you ever have any questions about anything, whether that's, yeah, I'm actually 70% disabled from the military. That's how I got into this. Was I'm actually disabled. I'm military disabled. So this is literally what I do now. So. But I've had other jobs too, like careers, working in IT, and then you know, working in security. And I can't do those anymore just because of my injuries. I can't stand for long periods of time, and I can't keep walking around. Also, Bryce, my website is up at this moment. I don't know if I keep getting the warning every time I log in to check my email that it's going to be that I'm due for renewal, but I'm not going to renew. Because I'm moving over to Shopify, so I'm not gonna if it goes down, just guys, if you could just let me know. Or I mean, I may even find out. I mean, if it goes down tonight, because I'll probably be on for a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. It just depends on how it goes with the ring making and the audience. So, oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Is your new website up? It is not up yet. Yeah, that was a confusing answer, huh? The new one is not up yet. No. But I'm excited to show you guys when it is. We're going to do a tour. I actually like this color combination. This is pretty good. Looks like I used too much meteorite on this side. There's just no colors. Well, that's okay. This is probably gonna go in my convention box, and then like somebody will buy it. So. I don't think so. I think you're the only one. Everybody else is just, they're just fans, you know. Customers, fans. I do ring giveaways every Friday, and every first Friday I do a custom ring giveaway. So there's fan winners from that too. Everybody that's in the chat that I recognize, I believe I've made a ring for them, so. I make Play-Doh rings. But yeah, I'd be happy to support you too. Once you go live, I'll come check out your live sessions. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this split, but I mean, otherwise I like this ring, and I think it'll sell. It'll sell quickly at the next convention. So I'm actually gonna, we're gonna sand it down just a little bit more using a rough grit. Yeah, we could. You gotta get a little bit more comfortable though. Bring out that personality that I know you have deep down. So. don't be sad. I would made you a new one. Yeah, you don't have to cry. Triple L. I'd make you a new one. I had one customer like a long time ago. She was like, my ring fell in the toilet, and I was like, I'll make you a new one. She said, no, it's okay. I was like, okay. Like, okay, suit yourself. It was a huge ring too. It was like a 13. And it had like obsidian and some other. I think it was a glow material too. This was like a long time ago. This was like even before I got married. I think it was 2019. I was relatively new to ring making, but I was already selling at conventions and farmers markets, and I think that's how she knew me, was she bought one of my rings from there. But I think hers was actually a custom order. Yeah, that was a little weird. You know, you spend so much money on a ring, and then, you know, it falls in the toilet, and then you like refuse a free remake. Like, okay, sure. Or she just didn't like the ring. She was like, I'm so tired of this ring, it's going in the toilet. Alright, so I finished this one today, or just now, so I'm gonna leave that on there, and now I'm gonna go grab another blank, and then I'll make another one, or get the next one going. Here's I haven't worked with this mineral before, so I think this will be an interesting one to work with if it'll come out. There we go. So this is citrine. It kind of has like a yellow shade to it. And it kind of reminds me of amethyst a little bit. Like some of these rocks are much much darker than the other ones, so I just got to try to find the ones that, you know, have the darkest look to it. These are pretty light. Just wish they'd come out. There we go. There's a big one, or there's a good one. Onion rings, yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, maybe someday we'll branch into pastries. So I'm going to use more of these darker ones over the lighter ones that I pulled out. So I'm going to just put all those back in, and we're just going to crush these up real quick, and then it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. I don't know if Pepe is watching, but I promised him a Corona themed ring before, and I think it's time to deliver on that. This is a Corona that's been sitting out for too long, so it's no longer cold, it's no longer fresh, it's different colors. There's a fly in the bottle, so it's not a nice fresh Corona. It's just a random nasty one that's been sitting out in the sun for too long. I don't think he's here though. I think maybe he passed out or something. But that's okay. No problem. I mean, he's not getting the ring. I just told him that I'd make it for him. And then we're gonna mix this up with some beach sand, because, you know, what else says Corona like a Corona on the beach while you're on vacation somewhere. And then of course we got to add a little bit of green because we got a lime that we got to put in there too. So Rita's grossed out. Rita doesn't like that description of the Corona bottle. I'm just kidding. We'll make a fresh one. It's a fresh Corona, straight out of the fridge. The bartender just popped the top off, you know, and all the bubbles are rising to the top. It's nice and cool. Ready for you to just guzzle down. I should just do storytelling while I'm making rings. In fact, I got a story for you guys. Speaking of Coronas. So in 2015, I went with my family, my sister, my mom, my cousin, my aunt and uncle. There was a big group of us. We went to the Philippines for a month. My mom's from the Philippines, my dad's from like Missouri, so they met when he was in the Navy, or after he retired from the Navy. He was actually working as a contractor overseas, and then he went to the Philippines and he met my mom at Subic Bay, which is like a popular, or at least during like the Vietnam War, the 80s and the 60s, throughout the 70s and 80s. That was a popular, it was a stop, is where the Navy ships would stop ever so often. They'd stop in port in the Philippines, and that's, and Subic Bay is where they would stop. So anyway, so we went out there, and then what was cool was, I mean, everything there is just, I mean, it's cheap. It's so cheap. It's beautiful. Like, it makes Hawaii look like a vacation trip to Hawaii look like the slums. But I mean, Philippines is really nice, but it's also like I mean, well, let's put it this way. Some parts of the Philippines are really, really nice. Like the beaches are beautiful, and then other parts not so much. Majority not so much, just because it's a poor country. There's always been like a ton of corruption out there too, and then there's just like always like I guess like shootings or whatever, and drugs are run rampant out there too. I mean, so let's see here. All right, I got my jewelry hammer here, so I'm gonna crush these citrines while I finish my story. So my mom, she didn't grow up in the city at all. She grew up in a province. She grew up in a farm, like a rice. They planted like rice. They just had like fields all over the farm. So, but also on that island, the island's called Bulacan. But also on that island is they have a beach out there, and like, so when we were out there, obviously growing up, you know, they didn't have the resort there, but they do now, or at least they did. So they did in 2015 when I was out there, and it's literally like what you would see in the on a movie. It's like the bamboo huts that are like right on the beach, and then it was like $40 to rent for one night. Literally a bamboo hut with a you know, it's like off the ground, so it comes off the ground. You got to go up the stairs, little bamboo stairs, and then like bamboo bed, you know, bamboo everything. So, and it's beautiful, really cool, hell of a deal too. $40 right on the beach, whereas like Hawaii would be like 300 or something like that. So it was pretty awesome. So while I was there, it was probably around, I want to say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then like my cousin, my uncle were like, "Hey, we're gonna go drink." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll join you." So me, having never, I mean, I don't drink that often at all, but I like to drink socially, and beer is typically my alcohol preference. So I bought like, I don't want to wake up my son. Hopefully, see if I can crush this faster or more quiet, or at least just faster. There we go. Perfect. think that's pretty good. So it was like 2 in the afternoon, and like I probably had like 3 or 4 beers by then, and then so I was like, I was feeling a little bit drowsy, and I ended up just passing out on the bed, and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, my cousin like takes a picture of me like laying on the bed, and like he writes a story about on Facebook like, oh yeah, we're visiting Blue Laconis where my dad grew up, and then like now we're enjoying some beers on the beach, except for David, he can't hang. Oh, I just thought that was a funny story, just because that was literally the last time I ever drank Corona. Just because I don't drink that often, so no, I can't hang. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm taking a nap, so I've never been much of an alcoholic. I don't really care to, and it just makes me sick to my stomach. So I used to do my first shot ever. I was stationed in Germany. We just got back from deployment, so of course we went out to go drink. And then I happened to turn 21 when I was overseas in Germany, right when we got back. So my first shot ever, and I don't know why, but they thought that I had been drinking for a while, or that I drank before. Somebody got me a shot of tequila. And yes, of course, tequila is popular in like pop culture. Everybody always wants a tequila, or they're drinking a tequila. So I'm like, I mean, it sounds good, it sounds like a cool drink, a tasty drink. Sure, I'll have some. Of course, they're telling me, okay, so you take the shot, you suck on the salt or whatever, or you lick the salt and then you suck on the lime. And I was like, okay, so I take the shot, suck on the lime, and then taste the salt. What? Nope. I threw up. Terrible. Oh man, good times though. Those were the good times. Nah, it's okay. Then I was like, I've never drank before. I was like, oh, why didn't you say something? So I think I went with like a beer or something. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't really care for alcohol. My dad was basically an alcoholic, so I mean, he shaped up after we were born. I don't want to wake up Aiden, so I'm gonna try to slow down on that. I heard tequila. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here because I want to let you know I'm making you a ring. This ring that I'm working on right now, this is a Corona ring for you. It's not your size, but I figured I'd make it, and if you want it, I mean, you can have it. So you can have it when you win the next ring giveaway. He was probably taking a nap, and then like he heard me talking about Corona or tequila. Yeah, I had a terrible tequila story. And of course, my brother-in-law's house in Maricopa. We go over to his house for like events or whatever, and he'll be like, "All right, everybody, let's take a shot." And I'm like, "Oh, great, a shot. What are we having a shot of?" And they're like, Patron or tequila. I'm like, ugh. Like, my stomach just churns the entire time. I want to go to Jamaica. Mandy's going to Jamaica next year. She's going with her friend Sarah and Sarah's mom. So I'll be home with the little baby for, the little 2-year-old for about a week or so. So that'll be interesting. I did, of course. Yeah, Jägermeister. Is that that's the one that tastes like licorice almost, right? I don't remember. I know I've tried it though. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. That was also my drink of choice for. I think it was probably about a month or so, and then I got sick one night. And I was like, okay, I'm never drinking again. So, Jägermeister was nice. I remember that, and then when I got stationed in Kansas in Wichita, I went out with my new coworkers or whatever. And then like we were at a bar and they were like, "Hey, try this. This is an Irish car bomb." I was like, "Okay, cool." And like you gotta drop the shot, drink the glass or whatever. It's like this is a cool drink. I think that would make me sick too, but I didn't throw up. I just stick to beer. Like I'm gonna stick to what doesn't make me sick as hell. Oh man, yeah, I know. I don't have the stomach for it. My dad did. I mean, he literally had a liquor cabinet, so like even after we were born, like I think he just slowly got rid of it. But honestly, I think my dad probably went through some shit. So, and he never talked about it. He's a Vietnam vet, but he was in the Navy. So I don't know if he was. I know one time he did tell me. He did tell me the story. He was he was at an air show. I don't remember where it was or when, but he was at an air show and they were doing a demonstration of like these what do they call the counter flares. The helicopter was supposed to fire off the flares. So they had this, they shot a missile, like a live missile at this helicopter, and then they were going to fire off the flares, the counter flares. Well, the counter flares never deployed. And then, of course, it blew up. So he saw that firsthand. So, and like he told me that story once. And then anytime like anybody tried to bring it up, I think the last time I tried to bring it up when he was sick, I don't remember how we got into that conversation. He's like, I don't want to talk about it, so, but, in those days, I mean, there was no mental health, there was no counseling or any of that. Like, I mean, if you did that, I mean, if you tried to even do that, they see you as a coward. And so, if you tried to play the whole, oh, I need to go see a therapist, so he was very like, he kept to himself a lot. He wouldn't like get mental help or, even like medical. He was like, no, I'm fine. I don't need to go to a doctor. I don't need to go, to see a therapist or any of that. So he was just very stubborn about that. But of course, it caught up with him. Because he caught pneumonia. He caught pneumonia in 2012. And then he didn't see the doctor for it for like at all. So he's, here he is working the night shift as a security guard. He's retired. He's in his 70s working the night shift as a security guard near the house in Tulsa, Arizona. And then like he just gets sicker and sicker and he's just coughing like, and then so my mom is finally like, all right, well, you need to go to the hospital. You need to at least go and get checked out. So he finally goes. They go together. The doctor does a scan of his chest, a chest scan, and he's like, "Oh shit, you need to go to ER like now." So because when you get, I don't know if you guys have ever had pneumonia, but it's just fluid in your lungs, and so he had a ton of fluid in his lungs, like that he had to actually have surgery to drain all that fluid out. So while he was having the emergency surgery to do that, the surgeons, found a tumor in his lungs. And that's basically what, that was his downfall, was the tumor. And then it became mesothelioma, just like those commercials that you guys see every night on TV about, if you have mesothelioma, you're entitled to, this much money, or you could be entitled to this much money. It's always the law firms or whatever. So basically after that, he was like, because it was a dormant tumor. It wasn't growing. It was there, but it wasn't growing. And so, like the doctors or whoever, the medical staff, they recommended after they told him, like, yeah, you have stage 4 cancer. And they recommended like chemotherapy, and then like my mom was like, no, don't do chemotherapy. Just be healthy and, eat well. And like my dad, of course, was like, no, I'm doing chemotherapy. And so we took him to his chemotherapy sessions like every, at least once a week for a while, basically the whole month of 2013. And then like his breathing, and as he was doing the chemotherapy, now this tumor, it's, I don't know how else to describe it, but like it basically woke up and it's like angry, and it's, and it's affecting him, it's hurting his lungs or whatever, and just every day, he got worse and worse, just progressively. Okay, Stinson, you have a good night, man. Thank you for jumping on. I really appreciate it. You're more than welcome to get back, or whenever we have a live to jump on. Feel free to shoot me any messages if you have any questions about anything. I got your request. So you have a good rest of your night. Let me see. So going back to my story. Here, let me make sure I got that. Yeah, and then like, so 2013, we literally just took care of him, while he was dying. So it's pretty rough. But where was I going with this? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really take it seriously that he was dying. I knew that he was sick, but in my head, he was going to get better. So like when he wanted to have that conversation with me, the whole, conversation you have with, your parents when they're like, well, I'm dying. And then so you want to just leave them with like, your last wishes or just things that you want to tell them. I didn't really take it seriously. Cause he wasn't like on his deathbed. Like we just had a conversation on the couch. I was also a lot younger, so I was, far more immature. And I wish I had, because every day, I was just like, when you lose a parent, it doesn't hit you right away, and then like you just have, you just have so many questions. Like, did my dad ever go to Italy? Did he ever, what was his favorite bar in the Philippines when he was there? What was his, just things I was just curious about, and then like, I'll never know the answer to them. So, that's why I always tell like my friends, like when they have a family member who's sick and dying, I'm just like, don't, just make sure that you ask all the questions that you think that you want to know the answer to. Cause you're never going to get that chance again when they're gone, and like it's going to bother you. So I've had to have that. I had to give that advice to a few people who've had like sick and dying family members. So, because they'll ask me, it was like, "What did you do when your father was dying?" I was like, "Well, this is what I wish I had done. There's what I did, and there's what I wish I had done." So, and it's strange. I don't know. I don't know who here believes in like the afterlife and God. I have my beliefs. But I will say this though, because I quit going to church for a long time, like well before my father was sick, well before it. It was literally after my divorce or after I got married. So like, where's I going with this? So, I don't really know what to expect, after somebody dies, after we die. But I did have a dream, and then like, some of you guys might say, oh, well, dreams are just a figment of our brain, which maybe it is. I don't know. But I just find it strange that my sister had the same exact dream or a similar dream, and I never told anybody about it. So that's just where I stand on that. And then it was a dream about my dad. I was having a conversation with somebody on a ship, because he was in the Navy for 20 years, and he worked on a ship, but he worked in like the engine room or whatever. He was a machinist mate, so they kind of did like everything, all the maintenance work, painting, all kinds of stuff. So that's what he did for 20 years or 19 years, and I think they called it 20, I don't remember. So while he was doing all of that, like, or he's like doing that in this dream, and it's like a younger version of my dad who I've seen in pictures. Um, and then like I'm telling him, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to take care of mom. I don't have a job. I don't make that much money. What am I supposed to do here? Like, I was like frustrated, and he's like, all he says is like, don't worry about it. Everything's gonna work out. That's literally what he says. It'll all work out. And then the dream was over. And then so, I took that with a grain of salt. 2014, I actually got a pretty good job working for Department of Energy. I worked in the security role, but it was like, they paid like $25 an hour for unarmed security, which is crazy and completely unheard of. So that was cool, and I did that for pretty close to, I want to say 10 months. I didn't hit my 1 year mark at all. I didn't hit my 1 year mark at all working there, but because they require like a secret clearance, and this is why I hated Thanksgiving for a long time. Was on Thanksgiving or pretty close to it, I get a call from my supervisor, and she's like, "Hey, your background check came back," and it was like an extensive background check. They interview you, they ask questions about where you live, they ask about your neighbors, things like that. Like everywhere, every school you've gone to, you have to put down a contact for every single person. I don't know if you guys have ever worked for the government or ever had to have a security clearance like that before, but it's like they literally turn your life upside down to try to find out as much as they can about you. So they called me back, and it took like 10 months, but they called me back and said that I guess they said my adjudication had failed. So I literally I couldn't even work that day. Like, I had to turn in my badge and my uniforms, and then they just let you go. And then so like I kind of fell back down again in 2014, and that's when I was like doing the whole stay at the library and like for like almost a year while I was taking like college class. I didn't live there or anything, but I was there every single day. So but yeah, that's my story. I don't know what the question was that made me talk about that story. Yeah, and it sucked because I couldn't get a job after that. I couldn't get a job because they're gonna ask, well, what happened to you in your last job? I was like, well, my background check failed, and they didn't give me exact reasons, so so it doesn't look good. So that kind of put me in a hard spot right there. So I was actually relying on, like, how I talked about in the beginning of the story, my dad having mesothelioma, and then the law firms are like big on that because they sue these multi-million billion-dollar companies for tons of money. So of course my dad was involved in that. I think they reached out to him in the hospital or something like that. It was like right after he was diagnosed. So they got a huge settlement. It took a long time. It was literally a month of him like just answering questions. I remember him talking about it. And like it was just him and his lawyer, it was Whites in Luxembourg, based out of New York. So like the lawyer literally flew out here. I remember talking to him one time, like he had like this expensive rental, and he stayed downtown somewhere in this nice hotel, and he would drive out, pick up my dad, take him to this other hotel. Then they would just like, these companies would just ask him questions over and over, the same questions. And it was like 50 different companies that they were suing. It was crazy. So I was thinking, we're going to be millionaires. 50 companies, that's $50 million, or some shit like that. No, it wasn't nearly that much, but it was a good chunk. I mean, my mom was able to retire, so she didn't have to work after that, and the house was paid off. That was my dad's goal, was to have. He just wanted enough to pay off the house. That's all he cared about. And it was like, I mean, he said he didn't really care much for money at that point. He just wanted to make sure that the family was taken care of. So, he had a good heart. He had a really good heart. And then also, so I mean, if there is like an afterlife, if there is a heaven, I have no doubt that he's there. So, but I mean, I guess we'll never know, you know. So, yeah, sorry to hear that too, Rita. Um, yeah, that's yeah, I hated Thanksgiving, but you know what? I turned it around. You know, I decided to, like, after I think 2016, 2017, when I was working for the college back when I worked in IT for 3 or 4 years. Um, where was I going with this? I would take trips to the Midwest and just visit my dad's family. Like, his siblings are still alive. Well, I mean, a few of them are left. And we would just go and, like, I made an effort. Like, every year I was gonna go and see my dad's house, the farmhouse that he grew up on. So that was, like, really important to me. But I haven't been in, you know, in several years. It's been probably about 5 or 6 years since I've gone. Um, Amanda hasn't been out there yet, so, or neither has Aiden, obviously. Just because Aiden has just so many medical complications, so we just don't have time to travel right now, unfortunately. I need some rougher grit sandpaper. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some real quick. Because I got some the citrine stones. I mean, they're there, but can't quite get rid of them. Here we go. So this should work. Let's see the chat. Yeah, we're Rita. We are fortunate enough to have my wife's sister, brother, my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law nearby. Plus, a ton of her siblings are here. The only siblings that aren't in Arizona is my wife's two of my wife's brothers who are in Missouri, which is one of the places we're considering moving to. But honestly, I don't know if we will, because she doesn't really get along with these brothers. So, I mean, it's like temporary, and then they'll stop talking, and then like they'll be nice again, and then they'll stop talking. And so it just goes back and forth. There's just so much drama. I am fortunate enough to have my mom and my sister here, as well as my aunt. My uncle passed away last year. They say COVID, but it's basically the same thing my dad had with the pneumonia. So there's just a few of us here in Arizona. Yeah, that's actually what we're working towards. We want to try to get, honestly, if we could get like his therapy sessions at home or virtual, I mean, that would save us a ton. That would help out a lot. Like, I mean, even if we could just get that, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, it's pretty good. The citrine's still sticking out a little bit, but so I'm gonna keep sanding. Yeah, I have like a cobalt. Yeah, I do. Hang on, let me show you what I got. 1 second. This is what I have. Just let me know if you need to see that again. There we go, that's pretty good. You can see a little bits of citrine. It's similar to amethyst where it's a crystal. It's just crystallized, so but it looks really cool. I like this ring too. I think this will sell at conventions pretty quickly. Alright. Any requests for anybody? No, I'm still here. I hopped on my phone to just check my YouTube stats, but I'm back. Are you guys still with me? I'm sitting at 1,086 hours of watch time. It didn't update my hours from last night for some reason. Maybe they're closed today, so they'll probably update it on Monday. I don't know. You're sending me a long message? I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I'll be here for a while, so you can resend it if you'd like. Let me see here. Guess I'll drink some water or something. Let's do another beach ring, guys. We'll kind of make it a gold on the beach themed ring. Beach ring, gold on the beach. I think it might be fun. We'll do citrine again. I like citrine. Actually, no, we won't do citrine. We'll do beach sand, and then we'll do gold flakes, and just see what it looks like. Buried treasure, that's exactly right. The Caribbean. Come on. Why are we acting up today? I know we have to replace you, but don't go out on me yet. Okay, sounds good, Bryce. Thank you. It sounds like you're headed out, so you have a good night, my friends. I'll talk to you later. I don't know if he's actually headed out or not. Did you guys ever see that show Vikings on Amazon? I really enjoyed that show. I actually have not seen the final episode because I don't want it to end. And then they made like another series related to Vikings that takes place like years after the events of Vikings. And I haven't watched that one yet. That one's on Netflix. I guess Netflix has the rights to it or whatever. I have not seen that one yet. Is everybody leaving? I'm not leaving. We got a buried treasure ring to make here, so. Yeah, I love the way that the gold flakes looks. It's such a pain in the ass to get it on the actual ring. Like, it takes forever. Forever. Oh, there you go. What are you playing, Trinity? Baldur's Gate 3. I love that game. I haven't beat it yet. I'm on Act 2. I'm at the Temple of Shar, doing the Shar trials or whatever. I don't know how far you've got. Don't spoil it for me though if you've gotten that far. I'm just kind of stuck there. I'm trying to get these orbs or whatever that I have to collect. But I haven't played it in a while, so I am just past there. Oh, okay. Where the hell are the orbs? Do I have to like kill everybody off to get to them? It's just I'm so lost in the temple. I'll figure it out. Don't spoil it for me. Because, I mean, I thought there were 3, but apparently there's 4 of them. Oh, you don't want to see me dance. I'm going to need a little bit more alcohol. Then I'm going to need a few more Coronas. It's like that song, I'm dancing with myself. I drink sometimes, just not all the time. I got a kid to think about. I can't be drinking. Honestly, there was a bar up the street that I really liked. I was thinking about going there like every week and like having a drink, but then they closed down. Like, I swear they just opened. Like, you guys just opened. I remember when the sign went up. Now you're closed. Of course, my favorite steakhouse just closed down too. We got bought out, so and don't get me wrong, I'm happy for the owners, but because I used to work for them for a little while, and they helped us out when we were in a, when we were in a bind. They helped us out and gave us jobs. So, but it's like when somebody's personality changes, like when it goes from like, we were like, of course we were a customer first, so they were going to be nice to our face or whatever. But when you're working for them, now you're the one that's making them money, so you can't F up. But I mean, they treated us good. Like, I mean, we had some emergencies with Aiden, and then they let Mandy was working there as a hostess. But oh man, the management was terrible. Like, when you think about, I mean, when I think about looking back at everything, like the way that they did things and they handled things, I mean, it was seriously like it was not a good place to work. Let me see if I can give an example of something that happened, because my wife, she fell into some drama when she was there. Oh, so how it started was, so there was this other manager named Amanda, and like, I didn't really like her. She seemed nice or whatever, but then like, because like I was there, I was training as a bartender. I loved it. I still want to bartend. Yeah, I know. You don't even drink. That's why I'm the perfect bartender, because I don't drink. I'm not going to drink the merch. So, but I liked mixing drinks. I enjoyed that very much. So I mean, I really enjoyed that. Like mixing drinks and making them for people. It's like you got to be like so precise, and it's just fun. I really enjoyed it. So. Yeah, you can handle tequila shots. I cannot. I'm like, I'll have a tequila bottle, as a gift or whatever, and then I'll replace it with water. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. It's expensive. Come on. I ain't gonna do that. That might be too much gold in that section. We don't want to put too much if if the whole point of this ring is supposed to be called buried treasure. Oh yeah, maybe. Because they're not tasting their own drinks. What did I make? I mean, I made several drinks. Like they had all their different drinks at the, on the menu or whatever. And then, I did the best I could for 2 days. Like they only had me there for 2 days, and then, like when the owner asked the manager Amanda, not my wife, but like she asked her like, how's he doing? And then, Amanda, she was kind of like, well, we're in trouble. I'm like, well, I'm still learning. Come on, give me a break here. Like you can't honestly say, oh, we're in trouble if, somebody's just still learning how to bartend. Come on. I had like zero experience. It ain't right. But I enjoyed it, and they asked if I wanted to do. They were going to make me a busser, and I kind of wish I had done bussing, but I elected for dishwasher instead. I know that's very strange. Like, who wants to be a dishwasher? But I want to be left alone at that point. I didn't want to be. I was kind of sour about the whole moving me from bartender to trying to make me a busser, and then I just decided, oh, I want to be a dishwasher. Just leave me alone. So. And this was just a few years ago too, like when Aiden was still an infant. And then that was a messy job, but and I did it for. I was still like just really sour about the whole them moving my position, because the other manager, he liked me, and he says like, he's getting it. He's new to bartending, but he's getting it, is what he told the owner. And of course, the owner wanted to go with what her primary manager, who wasn't leaving the restaurant, was gonna say. So but it is what it is. I still want to bartend, so I've been thinking about doing like a bartending school. My friend, who's like a bar manager, he's like, no, that's a waste of time, don't do that. Like, you can't get experience by going to a bartending school. I was like, sure you can. They teach you how to make the drinks, they teach you about the garnishes or whatever. And I still retain all that information from like when I was doing, when I was training for it. So yeah, I honestly thought about quitting, but we needed the money, because it was just not fair. Like, it really wasn't fair. And then so when my wife was trying to, she was a hostess, and then she wanted to be a waitress. It's more money, more tips, but they said that they wouldn't have her as a waitress because she they needed somebody who moved fast, and like she wasn't a slow worker, but she was somewhat of a perfectionist. And they didn't want that, apparently. They wanted somebody who would move fast and like, wait on tables, and like, just go back and forth in the back. And my wife, she's a hard worker. Like, she's a very hard worker. But apparently that wasn't good enough. And so the manager, Amanda, she started to resent my wife because she asked to be, to try to get into a different position. I guess they didn't want her leaving as a hostess because she did such a great job. And they had one of these, teeny boppers, who they wanted to be a waitress, so it was kind of ridiculous. And so they were like, the manager, who used to get along with Amanda, not like in a friends kind of way, but like, she would ask about Aiden, like, how's Aiden doing, and then she started like giving my wife the cold shoulder during this whole phase. And even like one of the other hostess, who's like 19, she started to kind of treat my wife like shit too. Like, we're in the same position. I don't remember the grimy details, but the owner ended up calling Amanda in one day to have a meeting with her. What ended up happening was Amanda put everything on the table, and thankfully the owner is like somebody who will listen to evidence or whatever, or who will like actually listen and not just jump to a conclusion. So basically the other hostess just made up all this bullshit about my wife, just like how, she's not doing her job, she's always on her phone, and all this stuff, and like she's like taking her time, and like and then like the other hostess is like doing all this work. It was just very childish. So, let me see, what was I going with this? My wife managed to like basically just kind of sort everything out. Like, no, this is what's happening, and no, I'm not on my phone. If I am on my phone, it's regarding my son. And then, but so and so is over here on her, talking about, some guy sending her nudes, right there while they're working, and then not even in the break room or whatever. It was pretty ridiculous. It's just drama, man. I mean, restaurant work is just drama. I hope I never, except as a bartender, I just want to clock in and get out. I think that's the mentality after a while. Like, you just want to clock in and get out. Yeah, so my wife didn't get in trouble for that. But the manager got in trouble, and so did the other hostess. They didn't get fired or anything, I don't think they even got written up. But they were just surprisingly, when my wife came into work that night for her shift that evening, they just happened to be very nice. And then this other manager's like, "How's Eden? I really want to see him again." Or like, and then Amanda's like, my wife is like thinking to herself like, "Are you off your fucking pills? Like, seriously?" Right after you talk all this shit to, after like she just talked all this shit to my wife, and like trying to get her fired basically. And now she's like being super nice. Even the other hostess was kissing ass too. So it was ridiculous. I mean, don't ever recommend anybody to work in a restaurant. Like, I don't care if it's like your, a family member or a friend. It's just, there's just so much drama, and everything in that movie Waiting is true. Everything from the potheads who are the bussers, that's true, to the wise guy who's the dishwasher, and then like the new waiters and waitresses. It's all true. Oh, guys, I'll be right back. My son's awake. Sorry about that, guys. Aiden woke up, so I just want to make sure he went back to sleep. Did I miss anything? Alright, let me take a look at the chat. Rita, I was just reading your message. That's great. Joel from Maine, what's up? Trying to go back. How long have I gone? Alright. Cool. Awesome. Great little turnout. Alright. I'm gonna finish up this ring here. See, this was our buried treasure ring. I should have sprayed it before I left. There you go. Buried treasure. Alright, that was a fun ring. Running out of room on the shelf. These are all the rings I've made in the last 2 days. Just from doing the lives. Pretty crazy. Well, pretty crazy what a little Celsius can do for you. Oh, shoot. No, don't walk. Come on. There we go. There we go. Block your ass. I talked to Art one time about like censorship, like if he blocks people. He says like he doesn't really care, but he's like, I mean, He says like if it's threatening or like something illegal, um, he mostly doesn't care, but that's the only time he'll block somebody is if it's like threatening or illegal. At least that's what I was told. I mean, it just surprises me that like there's people who don't like his channel. Like they say he exposes the homeless, exploits them or whatever. Which I mean, that's not true. Like how many families has he gotten back together? You know what I mean? I do, but then again, I won't have anybody to talk about Filibertos with, so I guess I'll keep you. You're safe for now, Pepe. Alright, we're gonna make another, just a mashup of colors again. So, let me show you what I'm thinking. Like, remember how yesterday we made like that, almost like a donut looking ring? Let me grab it. So like, we just did like a mashup of these different colors and it came out great. So I'm gonna do that again. We're gonna use orange, blue, and purple, and then we're gonna have green as the glow color. I don't know what it'll look like, but you know, that's the fun part, is just being creative and experimenting. So let's see what it looks like. I did several beach rings. I made several. All right. Hang on, let me go grab a new ring blade and we'll get this going. This will do an 11.5 size. Yeah, I did several. I made like 4 tonight already. I can't wait to check them out. Welcome back, Stinson. All right, so let's lay everything out. Sure. Let me grab my paper towel here. Yeah, they're all available to buy. I mean, I'm not gonna not sew them, so. But we'll probably do that here shortly. Maybe I'll make one more, and then we'll kind of open everything up to see if anybody actually wants to buy one. And then I'll make it in your size if you want, or you can just buy it outright. So. All right, give me a second here. I'm just getting ready. All right, so first things first, you got to establish that baseline. Oh, this is like a neon green. That's okay though, it's no problem. We'll make it work. Okay. Start out with it's gonna be a wild ring. You know, all these crazy colors. And then like a green glow to top everything off. This is like this is similar to the one that I was working on last night. I want to just work on, actually I don't want to use this blue because this is too small, or the opals that are on here they were just crushed way too small, so I don't want to use that. It's more of like a fine dust, almost. So I use that one for where I'm just adding just like a finishing touch to a ring. I'll add that small because that's literally like 1 to 2 millimeters, but this is like a little bit larger, so this is perfect for do you want to see them? I can show you guys. So these are the different ones that I made tonight. So if there's any that you want to see or you want to know more about, just let me know. Thanks, Lions. Appreciate you. Now I'm just trying to get my watch time up. I'm currently sitting at 1086 or around that number. I noticed that it doesn't upload until I think it's like 24 hours or something like that. So that's why I'm doing these live streams. Oh, she just lost him. I'm not making any in particular. I just kind of threw some colors together and just want to see what happens. So that's typically what happens during these live streams. Is um, I don't necessarily make a particular ring. I just kind of pick out a design or something that I might want to see what it looks like, or go off of what you guys recommend that you'd like to see, and then I just see what happens. I throw everything together, and if I like it, there's potential I might add it to the store, and if not, I just add it to my convention collection, and then those rings get sold at the next convention. Yeah, a lot of times, Stinson, um, a lot of people don't realize that, like, you can make and sell rings at farmers markets, conventions, and people buy them. That's like how I've gained growth, is just from putting a bunch of rings together, going to a convention, and selling them. And it's a lot of work. It's some long days, especially if you're traveling. But you can make like really good money too. Like there was our first or second convention. Like we were selling rings. We made like $1,500, for a 4-day event. And then we also got a premier table. So our expenses were probably around maybe $400, $450. This was pre-COVID. Before they jacked up the prices on everything. Our expenses were around $500 because of like parking and the vendor or the table fee, which was $400 or $350, I think is actually what it was. And then we walked out of there with like $1,500 because our rings were they just did so well. Yeah, I want to do a Renaissance fair out here in Arizona in the future. I also want to do the Phoenix Fair. So I'd like to do that in the near future. I mean, I can't imagine what the price is going to be, but... Once it cools down out here in Arizona, I'm going to try to do more farmers markets. I even looked into trying to get a table at the swap meet. That was a total waste of time. Because they thought, I mean, the rings are cool, but nobody really, I mean, you think swap meet, everybody wants to get a bargain. So, like, they try to, like your pricing is too high or whatever, apparently. And so, like, the counter offers are like $5. I'm like, oh, no, it's not even, that doesn't even cover my, definitely doesn't cover my material costs. So I only did those like once. That's awesome. Good. Nice work. How long was the fair? The one out here in Arizona lasts for, I think it's a month. But I mean, if you commit to selling at the Renaissance Fair out here, you're literally working every weekend. Like, you have to commit. Like, if can't take breaks. Oh, that's it? Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, you don't need advice. You're doing well. Did you have your family there to help you? There you go. How much was the boost fee? That's it? Ours are like 900. But then they also last the whole month. I'm in the wrong state, my friend. Where are you from anyway? Idaho. Okay. I'm in Arizona. We're talking about moving to the Midwest though eventually. Probably in the next couple of years. It's like a cereal prize ring. Oh man. This ring comes with a disclaimer, do not eat. Do not mix in with cereal. It's a pretty wild ring. Let's see what it looks like when it glows in the dark. Yeah, that's really... Look at that glow, guys. I don't even have to turn the light on. The green glow is just so powerful. Not an excuse, Casey. Not an excuse. pretty crazy ring. Who you calling ugly, Bookie? You call my ring ugly? See, I took Spanish 1 too. I agree, it's an ugly ring. But that's okay, because I can turn around and sell it. All right, does anybody have any suggestions for the next one? I'm not doing any ring order rings. I kind of just want to keep this as a creative space when we do these live streams. So it kind of gives you guys a chance to, you know, if you're wondering what if there's like a certain ring that you want, but you want to kind of decide what kind of colors you want added to it, this is a good chance for you to, you know, let me know, and then we're able to kind of just throw together a ring, because I got plenty of extra rings to work with. So it's totally up to you guys if whether you want to just, you know, throw something and just be creative, or if you want to just, you know, just kind of let me do my thing, which I don't mind doing. I just kind of grab colors and throw them together, and, you know, different materials, different rocks, and just see what it looks like. So it's up to you. Let me know. Stinson says lapis with an aqua opal. Okay, I can do that. I also have turquoise, which is super bright, but then I have like a light opal as well. Let me see if anybody says anything else. Yes, thank you, Lions. Are you a bot? Oh, you're Justin's brother. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Because I just asked because you had already congratulated me, and so I thought, like, that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a human person to do it twice. But hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Official Cheech fam. I love it. I stand corrected, my friends. All right, so I have a little bit, like literally just a small amount of lapis left. But that's okay, because we can do, I mean, I was thinking, what do you think? Where'd he go? I just want to call you Sanders, because I can't see your name. Stinson. Actually, no, let's do Let's actually try to just keep it aqua. There we go. So you have a YouTube channel, Lions? What's your following at, and what kind of a channel do you have? That's a good idea, Bryce. I just don't have any arrowheads. I mean, I'd be totally open to it though. Like if we could get some authentic ones, and then I'd be happy to just make that. I'd even be willing to turn it into a short, like to throw on the YouTube channel. Oh, Stinson, I was going to tell you, for subscribers, I don't know when you eventually put your YouTube channel together or as you continue to grow, shorts are your best friend. Like even if it's just like a really quick clip, like a recording, like an 8-second recording with your phone of like one of your rings or a group of your rings. I mean, post it on YouTube as a short, and like you'll get a ton of feedback. So, especially if you sold like over 250 rings at a festival. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, later down the road, if you have any questions about YouTube, I'll do my best to help you. COVID's coming back. Well, I mean, I stay home anyway, so. I mean, they can lock down the state again like what they did the first time. You know what? It was like when they locked down Arizona, or like the state or whatever, the country. I was working for Dell as an IT tech. I was working at the Boeing company in their help desk. So we were considered critical. So I had to go to work every day. I mean, I had to go to work every day and I mean, do our job or whatever. But there were some days, like, I mean, we were dead. Like, I mean, what's even the point of us coming in, you know? Because everybody, that was like when they started having everybody work from home. So we were pretty busy those first couple weeks because everybody was trying to get their checkout laptops. And they finally decided, all right, well, there's, you know, and we were out of laptops. So they made an emergency order to Dell. And then Dell was like, no, we can only send so much. You know, we've got all these other laptops. So they started telling all their clients, like, you know, just tell your employees to take their computers home because we don't have any to give out. So, and it's funny because they trained us for help desk, but we never worked help desk. We had to work in office the entire time, even though there was like really no point of us being there. We still had to be there. So I mean, I thought it would have been cool to work from home, and I was even doing that at the college. We would work from home in the summertime on Fridays, so and that was pretty sweet. Like, and like, I mean, it was a rare thing, you guys know. Sure, Casey, blaming it on the dog. I mean, you could just blame your husband. We'd all believe that, but the dog, come on. Nobody's gonna believe that. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I mean, I don't, you know, if you don't want to do the shot, don't do the shot. If you're going to, then do it. So, I mean, it's your choice. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, I stay home anyway, so Like I'm not really too concerned about. I think I got sick last year, and they said that I had COVID. Um, they diagnosed me with COVID or whatever. So I was just on bed rest for like, or was it like, it wasn't very long. It was like 5 days or something like that. It's like when it slowed down or whatever. So I was on bed rest for 5 days. That was pretty sweet. I was just on Netflix the entire time. That was when I was working as a recruiter. Yeah, and my uncle who passed away last year, they said that he had he died from COVID, which I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I was gonna say because they were vaccinated. My aunt and uncle were both vaccinated, and I mean, he got sick, and of course they're like, well, he has a COVID shot, and it's not a guarantee. I mean, come on. Like, you can still get sick or get COVID, as they call it. I don't know. I don't really want to discuss politics. I'm just speaking from experience here. Yeah, I totally understand. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not. It's not something that I'm not gonna take serious. Like, I do. I definitely stay away from, like, since that thing kicked off, like, I've stayed away from public places. I mean, I already did, so I mean, it's nothing new for me. I really am not a fan of, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm introverted, so it's like I don't really like to go out and do stuff. I mean, like, but I mean, we do what we gotta do for Aiden. You know, I mean, if he's got appointments, we gotta go. But you're never gonna catch me at the mall or anything like that. Nope. I do my shopping online, and I'll be doing that till the day I die. Tell her to take up ring making. That'll solve all her problems. To come join the channel. We got a whole host of people here who will listen to her problems. We'll probably put in a good solution too. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't know, but I mean, I've heard all these different theories, like from both sides or whatever. I mean, as quickly as COVID came around, like, I understand that, like, you know, you can't spend a lot of time, like, especially if it's a world. I mean, it's already out. It's loose. It's running rampant. You know, people are getting sick from it. People are dying from it. I mean, they got to throw something out there. But yeah, you're right. It's like, why was it so quickly? You know, I mean, like, was there enough testing done? Was there, you know, like, what happened? And that's why people I know, like, they waited as long as possible to get the shot or whatever. So, like, I was definitely was not going to be one of the people who stands in line, like, the first day it comes out. Like, that's definitely not going to happen, if ever. So, and they have all these different strains and variations, and it's a pretty crazy world we live in. So if you see me with an OnlyFans page, yeah. Speaking of which, my group knows what I'm gonna say. My core group people know. I always make fun during the chats, Stinson, about having an OnlyFans, where I just make rings on OnlyFans. So I just joke about it all the time. And then like when we do ring giveaways, I'll tell all my people like they'll ask like, where do I email you at? And just go to I'll be like D1 at OnlyFans. So. Oh man. All right. I hope that's aqua enough for you. I didn't have very much lapis, so you can't see very much of it. Let me see if I can add I don't have very much left, so I'm just going to use what I have left on this ring. And kind of just go from there. I mean, I'll have a little bit left. I don't want to just drown it all in lapis. So Stinson, how long does it take you to make one of your rings? I have yet to look at them. I'll take a look here pretty soon. Okay, interesting. Whoa! I got the cheap sandpaper. Gotta be careful. Tell her to come to the live. Live, laugh, love. We all want to hear what she has to say. We can help her. Hope she's good. Look at that aqua. Oh, there you go. You can see the lapis on there. Oh, we got a window. We're going to put that in the faulty bucket at the next convention. No, I can go back and fix that. That won't take long. I'll do it on a different day now. All right. Let's see here. I think I'm done making rings for the night, but I'm gonna open up the chat to you guys. I kind of just want to read the chat and hang out for a little bit, just kind of see what's going on, what's on everybody's minds. Oh, of course, no, we're not currently doing a ring giveaway, Pepe. Nice try, though. I'm going to change that so, like, when you do that, it means that you want to buy the ring. So that's kind of like an auction. Like, you know, you put your number up, that's basically what it's going to mean. Oh, man. I hate the boyfriend talks. Yep, we won't see her for a while. If we're still here, we'll see you. If not, live, laugh, love you. Have a good rest of your night. But I'll probably be here for, let's see, I've been live for 169 minutes. So I'm going to try to hit the 3-hour mark. So if you guys have any ideas or anything for future rings that we can do probably tomorrow if I have time. I mean, I'd like to really just try to go live every day. At least make a commitment to at least 3 hours a day. I think will be good to get monetized. So if you're just joining the channel, we're done remaking for now. I'm just going to kind of just hang out with the chat and kind of discussing new rings, new ring designs, what kind of stones I should bring in, things like that, other ideas that you'd like to see, that sort of thing. So Casey's gone. Casey, have a good night. Don't blame things on the dog next time. Do you have any steel shavings? I have copper and brass shavings. Because we have a here, let me show you. We have a bandsaw here, and then I have brass rods in there somewhere. Yeah. I'll see you later, Casey. You have a good night. Get some rest, okay? In spirals? I think so, yeah. Because I have, if you're talking about like when you cut it with a, yeah, when you cut it with the saw, it comes out in spirals. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Like, I consider them shavings, but how about like a swirl marble kind? Is that possible with real colors, of course? Swirl marble, that's interesting. All right, I want to actually look at, that's pretty cool. You're gonna have to show me how to do that. That's pretty cool. No, it didn't freeze. I'm back. It only froze because I went to Filiberto's real quick. I'm not buffering. You're buffering. Oh yeah, because I hopped off to look at Stinson's comment that he left me. Just give it a minute. Oh, 10% battery. Oh, I gotta go anyway. So like that's perfect timing. I'm gonna give you guys a minute. Let me know if it's still frozen. If it is, if I don't hear back, then I'm gonna assume so. And I'll probably just hop off. Just let me know, guys. Stop doing that. No. Hang on. Oh, I can't type anything. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Alright, well. Shows us the rings. Am I back? Can you guys see me? Or am I still frozen? I'm waiting for, just give me an acknowledgement that that I'm not frozen. Oh. Okay, perfect. All right, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so you guys want to see the rings that I made today? So here's the last two that I made, and then these are all beach sand inlay rings. Just various colors, different things like that. Yeah, I saw that. I am gonna have to hop off anyway because of my my phone. I don't have my charger with me, and I'm on baby watch tonight, so I don't want to spend too much time down here. But you know what? I'll definitely show you guys the rings again. Next time we do an office stream, maybe possibly tomorrow. I'll do an office stream. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll even do a ring giveaway, or we'll see. Nothing set in stone, but what we'll do is like we'll go through the rings. And if you guys want to buy one, I can make it for you in your size. That way you're supporting the channel, and then like you're allowing us to buy, you know, to keep doing the giveaways, the monthly giveaways, the Fridays, first Friday giveaways, and then the other Fridays as well. So that kind of gives you a chance to give back to us. I mean, if you choose to, don't feel pressure to. I mean, if you like a ring, I mean, you can always wait till the first Friday for the drawing, and then just, you know, go for the one that you want, or you can just buy it from us for like literally. Because a custom ring is traditionally, a custom ring on my website is $250. So so you'll be getting them for $65 instead. So let me see here. What are you lost about? Yeah, to Pepe, yes, I did. We made a ton of them yesterday and today, just like nonstop, because we did do a live stream earlier this afternoon, and then I came back on after my son was put to sleep. So I probably knocked out about maybe 5 or 6 rings just tonight, and then earlier this afternoon, I think it was around 4. But anyway. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. Have a good night. Take care. We'll see you all probably tomorrow sometime. Just keep an eye out on the community tab. I'll let you all know if I'm going live, and then I'll also try to schedule that, schedule a meeting otherwise. Then it'll probably be in office. It won't be here in the shop. So we'll just kind of go over those rings again. And if you guys want to place an order, you're able to. So we'll see you all later. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for joining in. Take care.